Patrymau Iaith diwrnod 2. Cricieth a harlech. Mynediad. Day 2 Language Patterns. Your day in Cricieth and Harlech uses Units 1 to 8 of the Mynediad course. Here's a quick review of the main grammar points and patterns from the units. Rhif 1. Question words. The words sit, lle, pryd, pam, pwy, beth and faint, how, where, when, how, who, what and how many are very useful at the start of questions you want to ask. The words mair follow sit, lle, pryd and pam. For example, sut mae'r tywydd heddiw? How is the weather today? Lle mae'r castell? Where is the castle? Pryd mae'r cyfarfod? When is the meeting? Pam mae'r plant yn dawel? Why are the children quiet? The words ydyr follow pwy, beth a faint. Pwy ydy'r athro? Who is the teacher? Beth ydy'r problem? What is the problem? Faint ydy o'n costio? How much does it cost? Rhif 2. Ga I. To ask for something in Welsh or to say the equivalent of may I have in English, we use ga I. This is a version of the verb cael, to have, in the future tense. The pattern also causes a soft mutation. For example, ga I helpu? Ga I docynnau? Ga I fynd? Ga I ofyn cwestiwn? To answer yes or no, you say cei or na chei for tea, or cewch or na chewch for chi. Rhif 3. Treiglad trwynol. Nasal mutation. The nasal mutation is the second of 3 mutations in Welsh. The letters t, c, p, b, d and g can take a nasal mutation, but in these units you only use it with the letter c. To say in Cricieth in Welsh, you use the words yn and Cricieth. The word yn, when it means in, causes a nasal mutation. Therefore, yng Cricieth. Mae'r castell yng Cricieth yn fawr iawn. Rhif 4. Mewn or yn. To be able to confidently know if you should use yn or mewn, you need to be clear if you are talking about a specific or general place. Mewn can roughly translate as in a. Yn can be roughly translated in this context as in. For example, dwi'n aros mewn gwesty. I'm staying in a hotel. Dwi'n gweithio mewn ysgol. I work in a school. Dwi'n gweithio mewn castell. I work in a castle. Dwi'n aros yn y gwesty mawr. I'm staying in the big hotel. Dwi'n gweithio yn ysgol Abercastell. I work in Abercastell School. Dwi'n gweithio yng Nghastell Conwy. I work in Conwy Castle. Rhif 5. Counting. Nouns in Welsh are either masculine, fo, or feminine, he. As strange as it sounds, it is probably best to try to separate this from being male or female. Things being masculine or feminine cause different mutations in different contexts, so understanding this will be an important part of building up the jigsaw puzzle of learning Welsh. Generally, it is best to learn which things are feminine. A dog, ci, regardless of whether the dog is male or female, is a masculine noun. So when you are talking about 1, 2, 3 or 4 dogs, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4 ci. 1 ci, 2 gi, 3 chi, 4 ci, 5 ci, 6 chi. A cat, cath, is a feminine noun. So when you are talking about 1, 2, 3 or 4 cats, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4 cath. 1, soft mutation. 2, soft mutation. 1 gath. 2 gath. 3 cath. 4 cath. 5 cath. 6 cath. Different numbers cause different mutations for masculine and feminine nouns, which will be covered more in future units. Rhif 6. Emphatic sentences. An emphatic sentence is a sentence that emphasises the noun or subject by placing it at the start of the sentence. To say, he is a teacher in Welsh, you would say, mae o'n athro. If you wanted to emphasise the word teacher as being the important part of the sentence, you would say, athro ydi o. To say yes or no to answer an emphatic sentence, you use the answers ia or naci. Mae hi'n athrawes. Athrawes ydy hi. Mae hwn yn gastell mawr. Castell mawr ydy hwn. Mae o'n frenin dewr. Brenin dewr ydy o. Mae'n nhw'n brysur iawn heddiw. Heddiw, mae'n nhw'n brysur iawn. This concept will be built on in later courses in more complex sentences, so it is important to be clear about what word is emphasised in a sentence and why. Rhif 7. Atebion. Yes and no revision. The best way to think about yes and no in Welsh at the moment is that these two words don't exist, and you need to answer with a short sentence with information such as I want, I can, or I did. Knowing whether the question uses a verb, uses isio, or is an emphatic question with the tense will give you confidence you're using the correct word. If the question uses bored in the present tense at the start, here are the possible answers. Ydw, wyt, ydy, ydy, ydyn, ydan, ydach, ydyn. For example, wyt ti'n dysgu Cymraeg? Ydw, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Nac ydw, dwi ddim yn dysgu Cymraeg. Remember that a second-person question elicits a first-person answer, and that a first-person question elicits a second-person answer. Dach chi'n dysgu yn yr Wyddgrug? Ydw, dwi'n dysgu yn yr Wyddgrug. Nac ydw, dwi ddim yn dysgu yn yr Wyddgrug. Dach chi'n dysgu yn y coleg? Ydan, da ni'n dysgu yn y coleg. Nac ydan, da ni ddim yn dysgu yn y coleg. Ydy'r bws yn mynd i Gonwy? Ydy, mae'r bws yn mynd i Gonwy. Nac ydy, dydy'r bws ddim yn mynd i Gonwy. Ydy'r plant yn yr ysgol? Ydyn, mae'r plant yn yr ysgol. Nac ydyn, dydy'r plant ddim yn yr ysgol. If the question uses gwneud or mynd in the past tense, then you use do or naddo. For example, es ti i'r castell? Do, mi es I i'r castell. Naddo, es I ddim i'r castell. Eithoch chi i'r abati? Do, mi es I i'r abati. Naddo, es I ddim i'r abati. Eithoch chi i'r priordy? Do, mi eithon ni i'r priordy. Naddo, eithon ni ddim i'r priordy. Wnes ti brynu tocyn? Do, mi wnes I brynu tocyn. Naddo, wnes I ddim prynu tocyn. Wnaethoch chi weld y castell? Do, mi wnes I weld y castell. Naddo, wnes I ddim gweld y castell. Wnaethoch chi brynu cinio? Do, mi wnaethon ni brynu cinio. Naddo, wnaethon ni ddim prynu cinio. If the question uses isio, you need to think you're being asked, is there a want with you? You would answer, there is, or there isn't. Oes, neu nac oes. For example, wyt ti isio mynd i'r castell? Oes, dwi isio mynd i'r castell. Nac oes, dwi ddim isio mynd i'r castell. Remember, you don't need yn when you use isio in the sentence. If the question is an emphatic sentence, a sentence that emphasises the first word, then you use ia or naci. For example, milwr wyt ti? Ia, milwr dwi. Naci, nid milwr dwi. Milwyr ydyn nhw? Ia, milwyr ydyn nhw. Naci, nid milwyr ydyn nhw. If the question uses gai, then you're actually using the irregular verb cael in the future tense. Can I have? Then you use cei or nachei, or cewch or nachewch, depending on if you are using ti or chi in the conversation. For example, gai I fynd adre rwan? Cei, rwyt ti'n cael mynd adre? Na chei, dwyt ti ddim yn cael mynd adre. Gai I ofyn cwestiwn? Cewch, be dach chi isio ofyn? Na chewch, chewch chi ddim gofyn cwestiwn rwan.